Hi everyone, my name is Steve Gaynor and I am the Community Coordinator for socialbizug.org, and I have with me, why don't you introduce yourself? I'm not sure I can pronounce your name right.
My name is Yuval Shimoni.
Yuval Shimoni, and I am delighted to have you here today. And we have him as our member of the month. So let's get started. Let's start with your elevator resume. What do you do? What's your job title? Who do you work for, if you can tell me? Just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Well, thank you for the opportunity, first of all. A short description of what I do is I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for 25 years. I am a technical person. I design, develop large, complex software systems. I have a master's in computer science, and my specialties are startups, product management, design, development. In one sentence, I simplify complex problems and provide solutions, if you ask me what I do. Currently, I'm the founder and CEO of XPages LLC, which is a software and services company that specialized in delivering modernization solutions to large or small organizations. I manage the company, but I'm still definitely involved in technical aspects of the company. Previously, I founded Permesa Corporation, which was formerly DYS Analytics. That was in '93, and I managed and designed the product line called Control, that was analytical products for IBM and Domino customers. After that, I sold the company to GBS, and I worked for GBS for a number of years, where I led the development team for a couple of years and also led the sales team for a year. Before that, I did some, automated software for automated warehouse for control systems, and some work for Harvard University School of Public Health.
Wow, you have had quite a life.
Yes, well, yeah. Well, and I assume we're going to the top floor with the elevator. So,
what did you say the name of your current company is?
XPages.
Gotcha.
XPages, efficient change. That's what we've been doing. I've been doing for many years. It's about helping customers to go through change efficiently.
Gotcha. Okay, can you describe a recent challenge that you have and what you did to overcome it?
Yeah, one big challenge that I have, I'm in the XPages modernization, let's say, business, and one big challenge that I have is the perception in the market of Notes, Domino, and XPages. Many customers already made the decision to move away from Domino, and they have, because their XPages projects faced many challenges. There was definitely no internal buy-in, no solid examples. Scalability was an issue because you start a pilot and you see that it takes so long, you have cost overruns, and then people lost confidence in that solution. To overcome these challenges, what we did is we introduced a service called XPages on Demand. So what we do is we convert automatically with our software, XPager, Notes applications to XPages. The applications are not fully functional, but with the users can definitely see what the application would look like when it becomes an XPage application. They can even have full CRUD in the application, so they can see the behavior. And then what that does, it facilitates internal discussions. Suddenly they have an example. They see their application, so the discussion becomes from Can I do that to, okay, what do I do with the white space on the right, or things like that, right? So since we introduced this service, there's a number of customers that we talk to that have already made up their mind to move away from Notes and Domino to other platforms. And for some customers, we were able to convince them to either stay with XPages or use it as an interim solution for some of their applications.
Gotcha. Okay. Um, Now, on our site, on socialbizug.org, you blog a lot about XPages. So, how did you get into XPage development, or actually, better yet, how did you get into become a Lotus Notes Domino developer?
Okay, so long history there. I've been involved with Notes since version 2. So the good old days.
Wow.
Yeah, you'd call Iris and Ray Ozzie would pick up the phone and you would still have Notes on OS 2. In those years, I founded DYS Analytics, and we became the global leader for optimizing messaging infrastructure for businesses. What we did is we use our solutions to mitigate risk, increase performance, lower costs associated with mission-critical applications like email, collaboration, same time, and so on. We had, one of the largest customers out there, like, IBM was one of them, and, the largest banks, HSBC, and SmithKline, JP Morgan, things like that. Many of the solutions were analytical and were based on the Notes, same time, Domino technologies. Some solutions were used to analyze large environments and draw conclusions on a large set of information drawn from logs, activity, and so on. Today they have a name for it. They call it big data analytics. That's when we started. They didn't have a name for it. As part of the product development, I used and actually managed to master all of the Notes technologies that include the formula language, Lotus script, same time APIs, and in fact, the same time APIs, I worked with the IBM development team in Israel that to change the APIs to enable and to allow enforcement through for chat archiving and enforcement for same time. To XPages, I got into when I started managing the development team at GBS. I initially wrote a product for GBS. It was an analytics product for companies that decided that, to move to XPages or migrate away from Notes to analyze their environment. One sentence, the product would collect an inventory of the application from the environment, reduce it to a unique design set, and then analyze the complexity of the applications.
Okay.
Later, I was asked by GBS to take over the development of a product that will provide automatic conversion from Notes to XPages. As you know, GBS tried that previously with a product called Transformer, and that didn't really go very well. So what I did is I managed a couple of large XPages conversion projects with a team of experts. And based on this experience, we have developed technology to convert Notes applications automatically to XPages.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, so I left GBS last year, last February, and I was able to get the rights for this technology, which became the basis for a product called XPager, the XPager suite. I started a company that specialized in modernization, and we're currently actively developing and selling the XPager suite. In just a couple of sentences, the XPager suite is a powerful Domino designer-based development platform for XPages. It's not just a conversion engine. It's a set of tools that enables developers to easily either create new applications or, more importantly, convert existing applications to to XPages. The nice thing about it, even novice user, XPages developers can use this and get educated very, very quickly because of the consistency, because they don't have to learn everything from scratch. They have this automatic conversion. So the converter will convert forms and views and pages and formula language into server-side JavaScript, and you can do it selectively. You can do it for just some of the design elements, you can do it for the entire application, or you can do it for a set of applications, and you can apply a configuration so all your applications have the same look and feel, consistency, corporate standards, and so on.
Oh, that's really excellent. That sounds very cool. All right, so then, speaking of XPages, then, in your opinion, what are the best things about XPages? And let's be fair, what could stand some improvement?
Mm-hmm. So, being involved in platform migration analysis and seeing numerous examples, I can definitely, confidently say that if companies want to web enable or mobilize their applications, then they should definitely consider XPages or reconsider XPages. XPages can get customers to their modernization vision definitely faster, cheaper, with lower risk, and much less resources. And on the average, migrating to another platform would cost about 6 times more. I'll give you an example. In one of the banks that I did an analysis for, when we looked at the number of applications in the environment that should be considered to migrate to another platform, it was 30% of the applications. We're talking 40,000 databases, so 30% of that. When we looked at XPages migration, it was about 5% of the unique design that needed to be migrated, no data migration. And even within this 5%, you don't have to do the entire migration. You know, it's a partial migration for each database.
Right.
So for that specific example, and you know, this is a repeated pattern in the old days when I did email analysis, when the email migration was happening. We had the same issue. You know, the customers would blame the platform and would move away to Exchange or whatever. And, you know, we came to some customers and we did an analysis, and it's a repeated pattern. Less than 1% of their users were sending 4% of their emails to cost them, are you getting this? 85% of their cost.
Right. Yep.
In the application side, again, it's, you know, I've done numerous analysis, and if you stay with XPages, you're talking about 5% of your applications. If you're going away, you're talking about 30% of your applications. I don't care how big or small you are.
Right. So, all right, then, like I said, let's be honest. Now, so what would you like to see improved in XPages?
Yes, so although at a lower magnitude, XPages migration still poses risk. You know, business disruption and so on, because, you know, you're talking about a lot of applications, you talk about sometimes complex applications. So to overcome the technical challenges, XPages has introduced to the market the XPages suite, so developers can have, you know, the ability to get there quicker. But I think that we're really lacking on the marketing business side. What we need is success stories. If you look around and you search for XPages, you would find a lot of good stuff, but it's mainly technical. And if I'm a business person and I'm going to look for a solution, I want to know about success stories. And that's, I don't see a lot of that out there. A lot of good examples, a lot of good success stories that could really help that market. So that's from the business standpoint.
Right. All right. We are at that point for the most important question of the interview. So, what is your favorite movie and why?
Well, that's a very hard one. You know, I have 3 kids, and for the past 15 years, I've been watching children's movies. So I can tell you which movie that I watched lately that you shouldn't go watch. It's not Into the Woods. I couldn't wait for it to be over. But
Really?
yes,
I haven't seen it yet.
uh, but one movie that made me laugh multiple, after I watched it multiple times, is My Cousin Vinny. Don't ask me why. Just every time I watch it, it just makes me laugh again.
I like that one as well. That's a great movie. So I'm about out of time. I did want to ask though, will you be able to make it to Connected 2015 this year?
Unfortunately not. Unfortunately, I have some scheduling conflict, and I think it's going to be the last of those conferences, and I've been exhibiting since the first one.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, I will not be doing it this year. But say hi to everybody if you see them.
I will indeed.
I'm sure I will be calling them to sell them stuff. So.
All right, I need to wrap this up. Thank you so much for your time, for doing this interview, and I will see you on the site.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.